Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Webshow on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Ropes, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
Hey, you out there. If you want energy like this,
get the energy of me, Brian B. Enter that promo code Brian B NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
everybody should know. Check it out. Your boy Brian B is trying to go live on TikTok, baby. Follow the Beeline ENT. Head on over to my channel. We got a lot of content. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Check us out. Follow us, the Beeline ENT LLC. I'll see you there.
2,000 years later.
It's game time. It's game time.
Is stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
What up? Yo, we back at it. Another week. Took a little time off, and now, right back at it. Tuesday. It's Tuesday, guys. Congratulations for making through another week last week. Now you got this week to get through. Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's starting to get hot. It's starting to get hot outside, yo. It's summertime, man. It's already June. It's the end of June. Listen, it might as well just be next year already. It's going fast, yo. But listen, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm glad to be back tonight, back to work, man. I'm looking forward to this week. We got all the shows coming back this week. Even some announcements that are going to be had. We're going to be taking a few breaks, getting ready for summer and everything like that or whatever, man. You guys going to be outside. You ain't going to be, watching Brian B. Hopefully you still be watching Brian B. We still going to be here. But, yo, listen, if you don't know, it is Tuesday. And, this is the first night of the week for us. We've been doing this for 4 years, going on 5. And things are changing, things are staying the same. The one thing that's staying the same is my name is Brian B. And this is that show that you watch on Tuesday nights that comes on all the social media platforms as well as the Beeline Entertainment LLC.com. You can watch the shows, all of the past shows, all of the shows that we have. You can watch them all on the website, which is awesome, man. The website's almost completely finished, man. We got some bios and stuff to add in there. But, you can go through and literally one-stop shop, man. Watch every single show that we do. Nice variety. Go all the way back to episode number 1 of the web show. 107 episodes ago. But we got a lot going on, bro. We're going to have a very interesting conversation today. I had a little bit more scheduled that I was going to talk about it, but honestly, it was last week. And if you guys don't know, we're going to talk about some stuff today. We got a new segment returning, for today's episode as well. But we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. But guys, listen, man, it is the Beeline Web Show Tuesday nights. That's where we at right now. And if you don't remember, how can you forget? Let me go ahead and jog your memory with the intro. Let's go. I think everything.
Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go.
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Is the influence you have.
Again with Rangers!
You gotta be a clean baby's ass.
Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go!
It's always fun. It's always fun. I don't care how many times I've seen it. I've seen it 1,000 times. It's always fun. Yo, I hope you guys like the intro. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us for this long. We still back at it, man. Believe it or not, man, we did an episode, a couple episodes ago. We did, we talked about, the whole podcast, boom of 2020. It really launched a lot of people getting into this industry, this entertainment field, whatever you want to call it. And, it's crazy. We started going, and one of the first videos I ever did was, and I know I've repeated this many times, but I'm going to say it again, because that's how I feel. Every time I start the show, man, every time I push that camera, and I'm like, I'm watching my episodes and everything. We started this shit, and one of my early episodes on, I said, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's happening. I don't care what's changing. The one thing I'm going to do is get behind this camera and talk to you guys, man. Right now, we have a variety of shows, but, I'm always going to find a way to make sure I'm at least here for at least the web show. We are expanding on TikTok, man. TikTok is really heavy now, man. We can go live. I haven't been going as live as I want to. We do have some events that we're going to be doing, especially with wrestling. Wrestling is really big on TikTok. We got a bunch of people we follow, and it's a lot of fun. STR is on TikTok. You'll go follow STR. Go follow Slim. He's on TikTok now. Shout out to Slim. We will be back with Wrestle Talk Wednesday tomorrow, man. It's been a great week, man. We had a lot of fun. I had a great weekend. Entertainment show. We're going to be reviewing Bad Boys, bro. The new Bad Boys movie, which was fucking phenomenal. I can't wait to talk about it. Tomorrow, we're talking about everything wrestling, man. A lot of wrestling going on. We're also going to be, for any fans of the show, we are also going to be announcing that, I'll just say it now, but we are going to be taking a break. It's going to be a 2-week, not 2 weeks. It's going to be a break in 2 weeks. So next week will be our final show for, a little hiatus, and then we'll be back. But there's a lot going on, guys. Listen, you guys, if you caught the YouTube, whatever, what the fuck is it called? The thing that shows you what it is or whatever. If you show the template of what we're going to be talking about tonight, we're going to be talking some shit tonight. I ain't going to even lie to you guys. I've had this on my head for a while, and, people are scared to talk about controversial shit, which is crazy to say before I state this, but apparently this is a controversial topic. But I guess that's why I'm talking about it. But whatever, I'm going to talk about it because I want to. It's that easy, motherfucker. don't need a grander reason or whatever. I want to talk about it. Is what it is. But guys, before we talk about it and you get mad or whatever, if you haven't already, please make sure that you go ahead and like and share and subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. Like I was stating before, all episodes are available. Even if you wanted to go to the Beeline Entertainment LLC.com, you will be able to access all of the episodes that we have available on YouTube from all of our shows, from the Beeline Web Shows to the Beeline Entertainment Show to the Beeline, sorry, not the Beeline, but to Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, as well as Live on the Line, and you know everything else we got going on over there, man. We got the Commission Talks, you know, we got Commission Talk episodes over there. Man, listen, bro, I feel like I'm talking, you know, I'm fresh back, you know, had a nice vacation last week and everything, you know, went out, gotta get away. Yo, I got a segment, and you know, of course, the new segment is, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start the show real quick because I got a big announcement. You know, for people who know me, they know about it. But this is the new segment. I'm trying to do this every week, just something positive. Now, this is something positive for you. Sorry about that. Thought you guys might like that. I mean, you know, we talk about so much stuff or whatever. Sometimes we got a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit going on or whatever. It's always good to kind of resurface back and, you know, put a little smile on your face, you know, to tell you some good news. Maybe it's something that happened. But, yo, guys, for me, man, one of the biggest things that has happened to me, first time ever, first show back doing this, I actually got married, man. Me and Auntie Tiff got married, yo. And, you know, it's something crazy, man. It's one of those things in life that you just, I don't know, maybe some people like grow up and they think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know, be a husband someday. Like, you know, even saying it out loud sounds like weird. Like, but you know, I don't know if guys think that way. Oh, guys, I'm seeing, I'm starting off already. I don't know if guys think that way, yo. When I was younger, man, I was reckless. I was wild. I like to have fun. I like to run around. I like to be free. I never thought about being tied down. Even like the narrative, like, you know, in media and shit like that or whatever, is always like, oh, I got the ball and chain on. Oh, the wife won't let you go to the bar or whatever. Ask the wife and shit. It's like the narrative, you feel me? So it's like, it's weird because, you know, I never saw myself in that light. Like, I always saw myself being kind of free, watching other people kind of progress and go there. And then, you know, next thing you know, you have a couple kids and, you know, you build a relationship and you find the right one and you're like, man, listen, it's like a weird switch that flips, man. It's like you literally, it's not, I guess some people are different where it's like, oh, we just fell in love at first sight and all that stuff, or whatever. But, you know, for me, like, you know, this was the relationship where, like, you know, everything was built. Me and Tiff talk about it all the time. Like, when we first got together, everything was just like working together. Like, everything just worked. We didn't try. We drove somewhere. Oh, let's just go. Oh, yeah, it just worked. Everything, it's just put together organically. And that was one of the biggest things with us. We really got attracted to each other with that. And, of course, you know, sexually attracted and everything like that or whatever. But, it was just like the build was there, you know. We had our daughter, and you know, everything we were doing as far as like complimenting each other. Like we literally were. She didn't do something, she picked up my weaknesses. I picked up her weaknesses. Like everything just meshed, bro. And then that's how like the love happened. And just to know, like, you know, she's my partner, like till death do us part, and all that. And the mentality is definitely weird, bro. You would think that it's something that's like, oh man, like I said, because the narrative is painted, but it really is refreshing, man. It's just like there's some things that with it, like, you know, yeah, you got to work hard, you got to stay established and stuff like that or whatever. But also think about it, bro. You found somebody that you can just be with. You found somebody that unless you just, you know, wilding out and just doing reckless shit, you found somebody that y'all work together, you tried, you've been together, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's brand new. We've been living together 6 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a long time. But at the same time, it's just that refreshing part to just know, I don't gotta worry about nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta go on these dates and stuff. I got my wife at home. She takes care of me. I take care of her. I take care of my family. You know, once we get done raising our kids, we got all this freedom that we can have together. And yeah, you're gonna get on each other's nerves. Yeah, you're gonna do different things. But I'm saying, if you're going out and you know, finding ways to go and have fun and, you know, experiencing new shit or whatever, shit's always gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different things you gotta do, man. It would be different things you gotta do if you meeting somebody different every 5 fucking minutes, you know, whatever the excitement comes with that. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm getting older. I feel great. Like I feel like, a lot of positive changes that I'm starting to make. Yo, you want to talk about positive changes, bro? Listen, bro. Yo, here's one thing. This some shit with Brian B. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Let me go ahead and share the screen too, man. Like I said, me and Tiff got married, man. It was a great thing. We did a quick ceremony. We didn't do, the big wedding yet. We're planning on having like an event, and we're gonna kind of, even though we're married, we're gonna kind of have a nice ceremony and stuff like that at the end of the year. But right now, we just wanted to, make it official. We wanted to get everything down because we got a lot of stuff we're planning on doing together right now. But yo, listen, when it's the first time that I go out. I don't really go out too much. I'm home. I work from home and all that shit or whatever, so I don't really have a lot going on. But all the fam was there, and they came to support us and stuff like that, and they took pictures and everything. Let me tell you something, man. There's something about having just some eye-opening shit. You feel me? Like, now I love myself, right? Of course, I don't got no self-loathe or nothing like that or whatever. I don't got no self-loathing or self-hatred or shit like that. But yo, sometimes you just don't really see yourself until it's kind of presented to you, if that makes sense or whatever. You can look at yourself in the mirror every fucking day, but you don't see yourself. You just see what you think you look like and shit. Bro, listen, I know my ass, I've gotten so comfortable, man. I've gotten so fucking, stable in life where it's like I work from home. I got to worry about doing a whole lot. And I'm happy, I'm chilling, man. I saw this picture. I was like, yo, I got big as shit, man. I got big as shit. Now, the reason why I'm saying all of this is because, yo, like I said, sometimes it just takes those one weird occurrences that literally just opens your ass completely up. I'm saying, I wanted to say something different. Opens your eyes completely up to what's going on. And, it brings about change, man. It brings about change. And I'll tell you right now, like, we got married on Sunday, and ever since then, we were looking at the pictures, that we took and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, babe, listen, it's time to make a fucking change. I got to start doing some things different. So ever since then, man, I've been like, on this crazy health kick. I've been doing a whole bunch of different things different, getting my steps in, up with my watch back on. And I was doing this like before, but I wasn't doing it as hard as I'm doing it now, because I'm like, yo, listen, I got to make some differences, yo. That's another big difference with being married and everything. You want to sit here and go and look good for the person that you're with. That's something. If you're with somebody for the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to be, at least for the most part, like, you want to be your best for them. You're not going to want to be like, oh, let's let myself go now, because then who the fuck's gonna be happy with that? But when I saw this picture, I was like, damn, bro, I'm getting big as shit, yo. So, definitely an eye-opening experience, like, a little growth on Brian V and shit. But yeah, I'm super in the health kick right now. I'm working out. I'm doing a whole lot of things different. I put that shit in the maximum overdrive. I'm over here. I got lemon water. I'm drinking lemon water. I'm doing a lot of things different. And I'm also noticing that, that's another thing. Like, you eat a lot of bullshit. You do a lot of quick stuff or whatever and stuff like that or whatever. And yeah, shit tastes good. But for the most part, you start realizing you're not missing anything. That's the same thing with the marriage talk and shit. You start to notice you're not missing anything. You're not missing. You feel like you're missing shit. Like you feel like, because you're eating, like, some. I had made some broccoli and some I cut a chicken breast in half and grilled it on the frying pan and shit. Just put it in the thing. Easy as shit. I put the broccoli in the microwave or whatever, and then I sauteed it in the pan with a little honey, a little soy sauce, and then I cut the chicken up or whatever. Yo, that shit was delicious, bro. And I literally, I had that. I felt full after it. You know what I'm saying? I had the lemon water, and I've been eating watermelon and cantaloupe, yo. For the last, 2 days, I've been killing that shit. And when I tell you, I feel different just off of that. You know what I mean? Yo, you think you gonna miss all that fast shit. You think it's like, oh, I don't have time, this and that or whatever. Yo, you got time, bro. And I think the excuses is what fuck us up, man. The excuses is what fuck us up. Because I really always was using those type of excuses like, oh, man, I have to go out and get this. I don't feel like cooking. I just want to go get something fast. I used one pot to do the shit that I was making. And it was good. It was really good. It was good for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping good and shit. And it's only been like, 2 days that I really, because I've kind of been on it, a little bit, but I haven't been on it like I really want to be on it. But yeah, so in a couple months you guys might see a whole new guy sitting here because I'm definitely on like a extreme weight loss journey, bro. I wanna do different shit, man. I want to go out and want to vacation, and if you guys can relate, like anybody who's like doing a weight loss shit too, like it's something about when you put on clothes and shit too, man. You put on clothes. And you literally like you feel great when you put on a nice outfit and it fits well, it looks well and stuff like that. It feels real good, man. And it's like that's one thing I want to get back to. I have a closet full of literally full of clothes that I can't really fit right now and shit. So listen, a lot of positive stuff came from this one experience. And as you guys can see, man, the years are just passing by super fast. So don't feel like you missing out, man. You're not missing shit. You're really not missing shit. If anything, the only thing you're missing out on is something that's, good for you instead of, just constantly chasing the bullshit. It might be fun, man. Eating that bad shit is fun. It's easy. It's good. Tastes amazing. But, and I ain't trying to sound like no health fucking advocate or whatever, but I've been, kind of just reckless, losing it, for a long time, man. And it's just like now that I kind of have my head back on straight a little bit and seeing them pictures, eye-opening pictures, I'm like, damn, and I'm super happy. And I'm like, damn, look, glad my baby loves me and shit because, I let myself go a lot. So now it's like, going on the opposite side of the spectrum, building myself up and getting strong and fucking flexing. I'm like looking in the mirror like, holy shit, I'm about to, kill it in here. Now it's going to be a different story. Now we're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So now you got this whole new journey to go through with the person that you've been with for 10 years or whatever, because now it's different. Shit is different. So definitely very exciting, man. And, hopefully you guys gain some stuff from that. Let's go check out the comments real quick. We got JC. JC is in the house. What up, JC? Yo, it's time for some beelining with my inspirational bro, Brian B. Great to see you, dude. Thanks so much, bro. We got, hey, Brian, I don't know if you know, but this last Sunday marked a year since we met on the Navarro Miller Report. Happy Father's Day episode. Happy belated friend-iversary, brother. Friend-iversary. That's interesting. Yeah, that's cool, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for, being a loyal fan to the show and everything. Really appreciate you. We got you and Tiff are a phenomenal couple, man, and I'm thrilled you finally tied it. And wish you the best, my friend. Thank you so much, JC. Really appreciate it, brother. I was checking you guys out on Eric's show the other day. You guys had a good show, good conversation. My boy Brandon, the honorary Oos. Brandon's new. Check out Brandon's new. Check out Eric. Random Thoughts with Eric G. Guys are great, man. Great content creators. Yo, speaking of all these guys we talking about, all these guys. Yo, listen, I know you guys saw the post for this episode and what this episode's going to be talking about. And listen, I'm going to start because, we had a lot of stuff going on. We started the positivity first. And it's not that this isn't positive, but the thing is, it's being made negative. And that's why I want to talk about it. This episode is simply, just to wrap it up in a nutshell, about being a man. Now, why is that some controversial shit, right? Being a man. Yo, what happened? What happened to that? Why is that terminology so alien and shit? Yo, I'm a man, bro. I feel good. I'm a man. What's the definition of that? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know what to do, but, you can Google it. You can look up whatever, they'll tell you this and that. They'll tell you this, they'll tell you that. But nowadays, it's hard. You don't fucking know. Right? Like, let me rephrase that. I fucking know, but people don't know. People don't know. We are in a weird fucking time, man. We're in a weird time, bro. And, I had this thought about what I wanted to talk about and doing this or whatever from a very interesting source. All right, let's check it out. Because this is where it came from, originated, to where I said, I'm going to do this show. Fuck it, I'm just going to do it. All right, let me go ahead. We're going to share the entirety of the screen so you can hear. And we're going to play this video. All right, guys, check it out. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. All right, there we go. Hopefully, you guys. I think it's coming. Whatever.
I couldn't help but wonder if part of it is maybe your own nostalgia for this time that feels like another planet, or at least another country.
Of course it does. But there's another element there that I think is the key element, and that is an agreed upon hierarchy, which I think is absolutely vaporized in today's moment. Okay. And I think that is why people lean on the horn and drive in the crazy way that they drive. Because we have no sense of hierarchy. And as humans, we don't really feel comfortable like that. So that is part of what I think is, if you want to talk about nostalgia, that's part of what makes that moment attractive looking back. And the other thing is, as a man, can I say that?
You sure you are? Are you?
Can you say that?
I've always wanted to be.
I didn't ask your pronouns before we began.
I've always wanted to be a real man. I never made it. But I really thought when I was in that era, again, it was JFK, it was Muhammad Ali, it was Sean Connery, Howard Cosell. You can go all the way down there. That's a real man. I want to be like that someday. Well, no, I never really grew up. I mean, you don't want to as a comedian because it's a childish pursuit. But I miss a dominant masculinity. Yeah, I get the toxic thing. I get it. But still, I like a real man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jerry Seinfeld. If you guys don't know, he is a comedian. You know, very, very, very popular in the 90s. You know, he had a show called Seinfeld. Great show. Really good show. Something that it kind of took me a long time to get into. But now that I'm older and I guess understand concepts and stuff a little bit better, actually, you know, really enjoy his show. Now, I saw this speech and, you know, I definitely, you know, wanted to rewatch it to make sure I understood what he was saying. Because when you catch it at the beginning, it's kind of hard to kind of, you know, see where the conversation is getting, you know, directed and see what he's like talking and referencing. But, you know, it's basically stating like, you know, the chain of events we are in now with, you know, gender roles and, you know, like the girl said, like, you know, what's your pronouns and this and that, man. And, you know, I've struggled, you know, being somebody who chose to be open on the internet. Like, you never want to disrespect people, bro. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things for everybody in this conversation. I don't think most of the time there's a lot of people who, you know, talk openly or try to talk openly are talking openly with the idea of like, I want to intentfully disrespect somebody with my thoughts or my opinions and how I feel about things in a certain way. I want to make somebody feel bad because of how I feel things are or things should be even. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you have a lot of these conversations, like even what he said, like, you know, in the you know, video here where he's just like, hey, can I say that? I always wanted to be a real man. Hey, can I say that? Like, is the fucking coast clear? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that we're in an era where you have to cover yourself so hard in that way, because anything, not direct intent, anything can be labeled as, you know, disrespectful. Anything can be labeled as hatred or hate provoking or anything like that. Now, this conversation can go crazy deep, man. You can have people with a lot of valid fucking reasonable points that can lead up to, hey, we have so much, you know, avenues of information. If you don't try to find some kind of balance or some kind of control method or whatever, it's going to be a lot of fucking confusion. It's going to be a lot of, you know, convoluted conversations that, you know, can innuendo, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. But the fact is, people are scared to say what they believe if they believe in a certain thing. And one of the things now, which is crazy as shit, not as much I'm a woman, I'm a strong woman, and that's who I am. You can pretty much say that and be pretty okay. Not much fucking, conflict coming from it. But if you say, I'm a man. All right, let me explain. All right, so here's my definition. Let's just kick started, right? I'm a man. I pride myself on being a man. What does that mean, Brian B? All right, I'm going to tell you real quick. I love the fact that I wake up every day and I go after what I want. I don't allow things to stop me as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I can't, fucking go through a boulder or rob somebody or anything like that. If I don't have no money, I can't have it. The basic stuff. But I pride myself on being strong, if that makes any sense. Not just physically, emotionally. I pride myself on not revealing everything. You know what I'm saying? That can be, whether it be sadness, that can be a lot of different things or whatever. I pride myself on making sure that I'm a solid figure for my family and a support system for my family. I pride myself on knowing that, here's a big one, here's a fucking big one, knowing that if something happened, I would not be shaking in the corner hoping that it went away. I would not be calling on my phone hoping that I can get somebody here who can take care of the issue. I would not be, trying to find a way out or trying to find somebody else to handle whatever is being a problem for me or my family. That's a big one. That's a really big one or whatever. I enjoy standing strong. I enjoy not crying over every fucking thing. There's plenty, man. There's plenty. I enjoy if something breaks, I'm going to try to fix that shit. I'm going to try to do my best. I'm not going to try to call somebody immediately. Is it stubbornness? Is it pigheadedness? Maybe a little bit. But you know what? I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be as a man. Now, flipping the script, trying to speak for the party that's not here, just so I can show you that I do at least have some kind of concept or relevancy or whatever to maybe some kind of conversation. Does that mean it can't be a woman? Can a woman not do any of that stuff? That does not mean that at all. It does not mean that at all. But I think when you look at it just down to the bare, I don't want to say science because that word gets used so many times and everybody tries to act like it's not a reasonable fucking, conversation piece. But I just want to say when it comes down to the understanding of, biology, whatever, just, what is real, when it comes to motherhood or, the nurturing that a woman gives and stuff like that, you see those traits performed by that character because that's the primal. It's weird because I don't really know how to articulate it, but it's like a woman births the child, she feeds the child with her body, she's a fucking nurturer, like she has certain instincts and things that men don't have just off the strength that this is what she's grown. We've introduced this, and just those traits alone are what I look at as a woman just on the very instinctual level. If I'm saying this right, I don't fucking know. I'm trying my best here. But at the same time, nobody is saying that that's all that you are. Saying the man that I enjoy being, that I think that I look at as a man, like what I think Jerry Seinfeld was just saying, dominant male traits, strong male attributes, shit like that or whatever. I feel like that is something that has been, something that has been looked at as men for a long time. I feel like now it's kind of taken away from men because other people don't feel comfortable in that. Other people feel like, hey, I'm not as strong. Hey, if somebody breaks in my house right now, I have to call the cops. I can't do anything. That's what somebody else would be saying maybe. So if somebody breaks in my fucking house, yeah, I can get shot, I can get stabbed, get my ass kicked, I can get all of that. Of course I can. But in my head, and kind of proven out in the world, you know, if you know me and shit. I can handle myself pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do what I got to do. I can get my shit done. But that's not to say that there's not men out there who can't. There's not men out there who, if somebody breaks in the house, there ain't really much they could do. They weren't, you know, gifted, you know, with the gift of strength or whatever. Are they a man? Of course they're still a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, physically and shit like that or whatever, you know, genetically and everything. But at the end of the day, those characteristics that I pride myself in having and looking at as like a man, dominant dude, you know what I mean? That's what I enjoy. I enjoy those characteristics. And not for nothing, I understand what he says when he says real men. Like, he looks at it like the men who can stand up tall. If we go into war, strap them fucking boots. You can talk about it how much as you want. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't going. You know, they got this going. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on right now. You ain't going. You ain't doing all this shit. Just imagine this. If everybody thought like you, you might not go to war. But check it out. That don't mean war's going to stop. So you better hope there's some real motherfuckers out there that ain't saying that shit. You feel me? Like, and that's what even shit. I'm sorry to say this, but never thought I'd really be like fully agreeing with her. I'm not saying she's bad or anything, but I just never, like, we've never had equal points. Cardi B was coming out saying, like, in the age we live in, like, it's hard, man. It's hard to find people who are willing to stand up and be the fucking first line of defense and stand their ground strong. There's women too. Women too who fucking stand their ground. Listen, I'm fighting for I'm doing what I got to do. I'm standing for my family, you know. But I'm a man, so it's I'm not looking at you know, the woman aspect of it. I'm looking at the male aspect of it. And like I said earlier, like, you know, women don't get the same kind of critique that men get now. It's almost wrong for men to be proud of being, you know, strong and dominant and enjoying. I feel like there is a lot of stuff that does need to get attention, you know, men's health and mental health and everything like that or whatever, right along with everybody's mental health, you know, is a great form of addressing. And it has been something where it's like men, you know, because of the caliber, especially that I'm speaking of a man, you know, where it's like, hey, listen, I'm not crying over everything. Hey, listen, I got a lot of stress built up on me. I'm taking care of a whole fucking family. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do this. My job's not as stable as I want it to be. You know, this and that's happening. My daughter's doing this. My son's doing that. I don't really know how to keep it all together. But am I going to sit down and just unleash and explode and cry and go and sob and just be in a corner for a while? Or no. To be honest with you, I'm not going to even sit here and be the dude that's going to a doctor every single week and paying money to speak about my problems and this and that. I'm not. Say what you want. Oh, you should. Why should I? Why is that just the new normal? Because I'm dealing with it? Because that's the only way to deal with it? Why, when I need to take my time, why can't I go get on the PlayStation? Fuck everything. Go get on the PlayStation, play my games. Resident Evil. 6 hours in. Yeah, I'm good. Fuck it. Doing what I'm doing. Why can't I watch the football game with some pretzels and some wings and say, fuck it, man. Yeah, I got a lot of shit going on, man. Fuck it. Why can't I go out in my gazebo or whatever and sit in there or whatever and listen to the birds and shit? You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to go and find attention and seek attention from somebody who's charging me for the shit, number one? You know what I'm saying? You know, why does that have to be that way? Why is it like the most common thing looked at as dealing with men's mental health? I feel like it's because we do have the narrative of, I don't got to cry for every fucking thing. Oh, but if you don't cry, what are you going to do? If you don't cry, what are you going to do? I'm going to deal with shit. I'm going to deal with it my own way. I don't have to deal with it like how you deal with it. I don't have to deal with it how a baby deals with it. You know, a baby cries. I don't know what to fucking do. And I'm not saying that you can't cry. What I am saying is, if that's how you're dealing with everything, I don't think it's best. I don't think it's best to constantly always be open with your emotions all the time. I don't even know how that works. I don't know how you can walk up to your wife, who is, 9 times out of 10, at least I feel like should be looking up to you as the provider and the giver and the supporter and the strength and the rock and the foundation for her. And the woman should be looked at like, yo, listen, this is my wife. This is my rock. This is my supporter. This is the person that keeps me level-headed. This is the person that helps me. And we counteract with each other and we form a fucking perfect bond to grow the rest of our family and support them and build with them and teach them how to do the same process. So your lineage goes long and strong and not interjected and not broken by society's fucking thoughts and patterns and rituals and shit like that or whatever. And I feel like because people have made it a point to make you question even, what is a real man? What is it? Like, how the fuck do we not know that shit? How do we not know what a real woman is? How are we having these crazy ass conversations about I'm a biological man, even though I have a vagina and, I can get pregnant and I got all this other stuff going on. I'm a biological woman, even though I have a dick. And I saw this fucking conversation, and I mean, listen, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't care. I saw this conversation where this person was standing up, or no, it wasn't that one. It was a different one. They were talking. I don't know if it was Dr. Phil or one of them shows, and the lady was like, "Yeah, well, tampons should be available to the boys in the boys' bathroom if they need them." And the lady was like, "Why would you have tampons if you're in the male bathroom, even if you're trans? Like, if you're trans, like, why would you need tampons? It's not something that you need. You don't menstruate for your menstrual cycle, the cycle of a woman, the reproduction of the eggs, or whatever Tiff told me. I don't fucking remember." But why do you need that? And the person is sitting. I don't know if they're a plant. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if they are doing this intentfully with a design or an agenda. But the only thing I know is that they were like, "No, boys do menstruate." And you're watching this shit and you're saying to yourself, the only reason I'm not saying anything against this is because I don't want to be confrontational, because I don't want to be looked at in a different light. All of this shit or whatever, right? That's the only reason why people actually don't say things like this, because they don't want to be canceled, because they don't want all this negative shit that comes from speaking honestly and openly, no matter how outrageous or outlandish or fucking make-believe these conversations are starting to get, man. Like Jerry Seinfeld was saying, it's a hierarchy. It's a different type of hierarchy. And it's a shameful one. That's why I started out by saying I don't never feel like anybody should, have their feelings and stuff like that be disrespectful to anybody or anything of that nature. But what do you do when people are making everything that you do or say disrespectful? There's nothing you can fucking do. You can't even say anything reasonable. You can't say, "Hey, listen, I love being a man. I love, being a provider and a protector for my family. I feel like a man. I feel like my son should grow up and, have a beautiful wife, make beautiful children, and continue our lives going forward in that direction for as long as it can possibly go." Without somebody saying, "I feel like that's a hateful comment." And you say, "Why? Fucking, why would that be hateful, right?" "Oh, because I feel like if I can't do it, here's the shit. If I can't do it, then I don't feel like it should be said." So if hey, listen, I think that I'm eating this or whatever, trying to be skinny and doing this or whatever. But I'm not skinny, so you shouldn't be proud of that. You're fat shaming me because I choose to eat whatever I eat, not my size for whatever reason I'm my size. So you expressing your proudness or, whatever you like about what you are is hurtful to me. So now I feel offended. So I think that you should stop bragging about what I can't be. Bro, I don't understand. I don't understand how the fuck this has happened, in I was about to say in our community. It's not our community, bro. It's fucking, a civilization. Man, it is a crazy conversation. But like I said, about being a man, that's my definition. That's what I enjoy about being a man. That's what I look at as a real man. I like being strong for my family. I like being strong in general. I don't like showing too much emotion. I think that it's a tell. I think that, not showing any emotion is definitely a problem. I also understand that there's people out there who aren't going to have the same kind of, thought process as me, but that's expected. We're all different. Everybody's different. We're the same in a lot of ways, but we are different. Also, I think them cliches is fucking everybody up too. Because everybody always expects the cliche to be like, the damn gospel or whatever. But really, a cliche is just in place to kind of, give you some comfort of what's happening. Oh, we're all the same. We're nowhere near all the same. People are uniquely fucking different, man. We had a conversation, with somebody, and we were talking about animals and their sexual, sex drives and stuff like that. And the person said, humans are the only species that has sex for pleasure and shit like that or whatever, or just to do it, like as recreation and shit. And saying something like that, and just that blanket kind of just over everything statement, you really got to really think about it. There's a lot of context that's left out of that blanket statement. Humans are the only beings. Well, why is that? Then you ask somebody, why is that? Why do you think that is? And, and let them, jog their memory and say, well, listen, I wonder why that is or whatever. Or even give even if it's not, definite answers to why that is, at least kind of hear them and their thought process in that statement or whatever. First thing I think about is well, first off, we're fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? First off, we're pretty smart. So as humans, if you have the ability to find out how to do something, and you do it and it feels good, we're intelligent enough to say, okay, let's do that again. It feels good. And then from there, you start to open up all these fucking avenues and doors. You know what I'm saying? That's with every type of endorphin or whatever you want to, that, produces in your brain. If it feels good, if it's something that you can do and you're intelligent enough to do it, yeah, I definitely think that that's, pretty much the main part of that, why humans can interact with, sexual or food, everything, everything along those lines. But it's just real interesting, when we start to think about our species, bro, as a whole, what is a man, what is a woman, and we've had our shit kind of figured out for a while, but then people are questioning it because there's different people that are in the world, and that's where you got to be understandable, because there's different people in the world, man. People got different mentalities and shit like that or whatever. I personally just think that instead of making everything that we've always known, our structured understanding, to be, questioned and completely, revoked into whatever kind of understanding you want to recreate, why can't you just recreate new shit? Why does it have to be so complicated? Why can't people just have an understanding that, people are different? You know what I'm saying? They should never have to feel like they're hated. They should never have to feel unappreciated, whatever. They should never have to feel out of place. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, you can't, interrupt, common knowledge and understanding to, just create a premise for certain mind states and mentalities and shit. I don't know, man. It's just something that, I've always thought about when I have these kind of conversations. And, people stay so far away from these conversations because they don't want to be looked at in a certain light. And I finally said, listen, I'm going to have this fucking conversation. I saw people, talking about it. You see a lot of like different podcasts, and people have some really, really, good information that they share as well. I want to share this other video. This is something else that I thought was very interesting. When this guy was talking about this same kind of info. Hopefully you guys heard that Jerry Seinfeld. I'm pretty sure I shared the what's it called with it. But check this out. So this is the other one that I was watching. It's a quick video. But this is very interesting, man, because another thing that we have is a lot of terminology, man. Like there's a lot of like different, vocabulary that's being used to explain a lot of things that they go a lot deeper than what I don't know if it's like inventive or whatever. Here, check this out. Play this shit real quick.
Talk about toxic masculinity, but then the other spectrum seems to be feminine masculinity, and there seems to be no healthy masculinity. It's a good thing when men discover their strength and their courage, their nobility, their integrity. I think it's a misread when people think women do not want men who are truly masculine. You don't need to become less to have a healthy relationship with a woman. Powerful women want to have powerful men. They need powerful men. And you don't need a wife who's powerless to be masculine. I think men who are afraid of their masculinity, who are uncertain of their masculinity, want weak women. Talk about toxic masculinity.
That part right there, that last part that he just said right there was super on point, yo. To me, that's another problem. Here's something that I've also been kind of like, really paying attention to how it's been getting used when it comes to, especially, describing men and stuff like that or whatever. And that's toxic masculinity and shit like that. And I've heard a lot of really good arguments for this terminology here to where, like, the definition of toxic masculinity. Oh man, let's look it up. Fuck it. We're going full throttle here. I'm back. I'm back tonight, right? There's so many different, definitions that are created or are used, and they're used for defensive purposes. They're used for like, hurtful purposes and shit like that or whatever. But I wonder how many people actually look up that actual damn, terminology that they're using consistently or whatever. Because you can say toxic masculinity is kind of like an attack on men at this point. Like, people don't even really understand the real reason why they're using the shit. They just use it because it sounds good. It's a very attractive word. And it makes sense in some situations. All right, so the direct thing they have here, definition is here's the AI overview. AI is about to change all our lives anyway. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna know whatever it knows. Toxic masculinity is a term used to describe harmful aspects of exaggerated masculine traits that are socially destructive and can negatively impact men. Interesting. Women and society. These traits can include toughness, anti-femininity, power, misogyny, homophobia, violent domination, and need for control. Damn, you just explained. He's the most toxic masculine motherfucker in the world. That's crazy as shit, yo. So you're saying that toxic masculinity is basically all the traits of being a fucking man. A real man, motherfucker. So I'm saying, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is where it gets weird, yo. This is where it gets weird. Now, this is the part of the definition that I think is good. Toxic masculinity is a term used to describe harmful aspects of exaggerated masculine traits. Now, exaggerated that gives you a little leeway. That gives you a little bit. Toughness, start there. If you're tough, you're a dude, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, you got to control your shit. You got to work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? You and your girl, let me paint some pictures because that's easier than just, giving words. You and your wife out in the store and you got somebody who's fucking running around and they're pushing people's carts over and shit like that or whatever. Are you going to be the guy who grabs your wife and grabs her and says, hold her and just close your eyes, honey. Just let them go. Are you going to be that guy, or are you going to be the guy who's like, yo, listen, let's grab our car, let's go over here. If he comes over here, gets too close, I'm going to, stand guard, be ready, get the fuck out of here. That's toughness to me. You feel me? Like, it don't got to just be, assholeness or whatever. But if something's going down and you need to have the approach, even if it's something different than that, if it's something like this, hey, there's been plenty of situations where we've been out and maybe somebody speaks to your wife a little, a little, not the right way and shit like that or whatever. And you got to have that little bit more of assertiveness, like, excuse me, but I think you need to correct your statements because I don't like the way you're talking to my wife right now or my girl right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of stand your ground in them situations. Now you can walk away. You definitely can. You can avoid all kind of conflict, as possible. But you can't always walk away. Sometimes if you're watching a movie and whatever fucking case may be, you're out to dinner. Are you always gonna get up and just leave? Are you always just gonna get up and allow somebody else to take your space and their actions and their fucking decisions that they're got going on in their life? You're just gonna allow yourself to constantly be a victim. You know what I'm saying? No, that's where toughness begins. That whole situation. If you're not strong enough or tough enough to accept the fact that you're gonna have to stand your ground a lot of times, not all the time, you don't want to be ridiculous with the shit, but that's why I like how it says exaggerated, because I think some people can take their traits or whatever and be super extra and make everything a situation. You know what I'm saying? You walking by, you bump somebody a little bit by accident, even if the person doesn't say excuse me, if you're just immediately, what? Yo, watch where you fucking going and blah blah blah, and wilding out over this shit, and it's like, all right, bro, you might want to tone that shit down a little bit. But toughness is something that, you definitely need. I don't find that a toxic masculine trait. I find that a masculine trait. I find that a feminine trait. Women are tough as shit. You're giving birth, dealing with us. You feel me? Like, women are tough as shit, man. Women are able to show their emotions and get a little bit more respect for it or whatever because, they go through a lot of different things that men don't go through. And, tough as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're not toxic masculine. Just like that guy said, they're not toxic masculine, all the way in that level. They're not toxic feminine either. I mean, what would be toxic feminine traits anyway? We'll look it up in a minute. But, anti-femininity. Now, anti-femininity, I'm guessing that they mean more like, hey, listen, I don't want to run like a girl or some shit like that. Like, you say something like that now and they're like, well, how do girls run? Well, how do girls run? Not all girls. Of course, you got your girls out there that run, just as hard as, guys are going or whatever. You got, but at the same time, you use that reference point for a reason, man, because most of the time, the athletes and stuff like that, nowadays it's a lot different. There's a lot more women involved in different sports and stuff like that or whatever. But for a long time, you know what I'm saying? The women were a little bit more preppy or put together, or a little bit more delicate, and run like a girl. You run like a girl. Some shit you say when you was a kid, you run like a girl, dude. And then it's like you picture them. Am I doing it okay? Even a girl who runs like that, you run like a girl. This is fucking shit, right? But you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody and you like that, and you can't never turn that shit out. Oh, I don't want to run like a girl. I don't want to do this. And everything you do is always being like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't hold my bag like that. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Geely with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. And she says, hey, check your nails. Are your nails long or something like that? And he put his hand out, like this, and he checked his nail with the back facing him. And he said, oh, I don't know. And then she was like, guys who check their hands like this are more feminine, because usually masculine men check their nails like this. They tuck them under and they look at them like that. When I heard that shit, I said to myself in my head, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I never would have thought in my head to even make that comparison. Like, that's all. I'm a woman now because I'm checking my nails this way or that way or whatever. That's just how I fucking thought to do it real quick or whatever. So I think, paying attention to too much of that, always trying to make sure, hey, I don't want to do nothing like a girl. I don't want to do something like that. I can understand that being like toxic. Like bro, you gonna get your life together. It ain't that deep. Power. Now listen, this is a big one. Power. Listen, power is important. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Don't let anybody tell you that power is not important. Power in any situation, relationship, your job, whatever. You got to have some kind of assertion, you know, so you can stand your ground. That was another thing I was talking about before when I was saying, like, you know, it's a good ass reference point, man. You know, people have this thing where it's like, you know, they wait for somebody's help. They always wait for somebody else to help. You know, you don't want to take things in your own hand. You're scared to. You can't. Whatever the case may be, you always are waiting to get assisted by another form or a higher form of power. You know, whether it be the police, whether it be you know, a boyfriend, whether it be this, that, whatever the fucking case may be, brother, family member, whatever, dog. You know, you're looking for some other form to assist you in some other way. I need help. I need this. I have no control. I have no power. You know, you plug in a fucking, you know, phone that ain't charged or whatever, and that bitch is just dead. Ain't no power. You feel me? Like, you know, you definitely have to. It's a very important part of, you know, being a man or being a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't have to have all the power. Now, if you're just a controlling person and you need everything to go your way, every single thing, you can't compromise, then yeah, you got a problem, man. Then the word toxic jumps into that shit. But like my man said in the video, toxic masculinity, it's always focused. These points are always focused more on men. Now, is it because these traits are more traits that are more likely to be had by men? Some of them. I would say toughness, anti-femininity, power, misogyny. Misogyny, I don't know. That's men and women. That's fucking equal right there. Homophobia, I think that's more dominated towards men, because women, in my opinion, women are more open as far as their emotions are a little bit more outward. So they're definitely, you know, women aren't scared to hug each other and be, you know, close with each other and bond, you know, closely and physically and stuff like that with each other. Men aren't scared to either, but we just do it differently. It's not as intimate, you know. You got a good handshake. Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on and shit? We just do the shit different. You feel me? That's just how it is or whatever. But I think that it's easier to look at homophobia coming from male perspective than women perspective for that reason. I think it's a little bit more violent domination. God damn, yeah. If you got that, if anybody got that, yeah, you better chill out, bro. That really ain't nothing you can really do. Violent domination. You should never be violently, you know, trying to dominate anything. Not even your animals, nothing. Car. I mean, any shit you could violently dominate. So yeah, that's just a toxic trait. Period. That ain't men or women. And need for control. I find need for control is something healthy to have. I don't think that, you know, anybody should just be walking around trying to be controlled. So if you don't have some kind of need for control, then you're doing something wrong. You know, you don't want to, if you're just constantly open to everybody else, you know, being in charge of you or in charge of your decisions or in charge of your thoughts, then you got an issue in your own. That's a whole nother problem. It's not toxic masculinity at all. That's completely different. So I understand toxic masculinity when you got a guy who's a straight fucking asshole, whether it be like, you know, the jock kind of guy or whatever, you know, guy who can't get away from the high school kind of mentality or whatever. I don't know. You see the movies and shit. But if you're the kind of person who literally is sitting here trying to, you know, judge men as a whole, or you're in an argument, it's a big one. You're in an argument, and because there's a trait that may be exerted in the argument, like, you know, you're trying to prove a point or you're trying to, you know, get your side over or whatever, then somebody's going to drop the toxic masculinity bomb on you and shit. Oh, so I'm toxic masculine because I'm trying to prove a point. I'm guiding my shit with my thoughts and my prerogative in this argument. But it's all of a sudden I'm toxic and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop using terminology to your advantage. That's another big ass one that's happening constantly with all of these conversations that we're having right now. But yeah, man, just to kind of sum it up, like I said, yo, I feel like being a man is something that, you know, we should be proud of. I understand when I hear people say, I like real men. I like real men. I like men to be men. You feel me? Like, I like, you know, you should be strong. You should be strong for your household. You shouldn't have to open up and be emotional all the time. I feel like that's something that needs to be taken care of a little bit better. You know what I mean? Just like a woman. You don't want no woman who's always rough and tough. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's guys, like, you want your woman to, have a little bit of caress, have a little bit, what's it called? If you want your man, I mean, my man said it best. Like, I don't think there's too many women out here that's just wanting to date a guy who's just always really soft and really sweet all the time. I mean, you might have some people that like that shit, and more power to you, bro. If that's your life. But me personally, I mean, I think that the character traits that are built to a degree are good, man. I think that they form a strong balance, and I feel like that helps balance other things. Like I said, man, I just got married, and one of the things that me and Tiff had together was we balanced each other very well, man. I found somebody who kind of compliments my shit, and I compliment her shit. And in no way is she weak. I'll tell you that right now. She definitely has strong points and opinions and shit on everything she does, physically as well, strong as shit. So it's like, it's nothing about putting somebody down because we're building our characters together. It's just we know what we're strong at, we're learning what we're not, and then we're trying to help each other in all of those areas. And I think most people are trying to do that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Most people are trying to do that. You find somebody you connect with, you feel some type of way, that's how you feel. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with it. You doing your shit, but when you start to try to exaggerate the shit, just like I said about toxic masculinity, you start exaggerating it and trying to make it seem like it has to be one way, or we should change our whole perspective, our whole understanding, our whole relationship with the vocabulary that we've had for eternity and shit. Nah, bro, you tripping. Y'all need to chill with this shit. Like, it's getting too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising my kids to know the difference between this and that. I'm raising my kids to understand. If you're raising your kid, and I'm just going to say this, fuck it. I'm not saying anything's wrong with you, but I think there's something wrong with the situation. If you're raising your kid just to be in this world of just pure acceptance, then, I mean, who are you really doing it for, man? Do you really think that's the best idea? If everybody's just accepting of everything, isn't that how people get manipulated and mistreated and shit like that or whatever? Because there's still individuals who are trying to do shit like that. There's no doubt about it. You have to have some kind of firm understanding, a belief system as well, man. That's another thing. Like, people don't believe shit anymore. I definitely understand what he was saying about that. Like, people don't believe shit anymore, man. They choose to believe whatever they want to believe and what they see. And, I think it's important to kind of have something that you're kind of looking, higher to at least, But it's an interesting conversation, for people who watch this episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, it is a hard topic to discuss. I'm not the most articulate, dude in the world and shit, but I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm honest. I find that works for me. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it and you say, oh, I can't believe he's saying that, you choose to clip parts of it and make it seem like I'm a fucking asshole and nobody else watches nothing but that one part you clipped and they judge me off of that shit. Hey, what the fuck am I gonna do, bro? That's my life. I chose to, be in this environment and shit. But the one thing I can say is I'm honest, man. I'm honest, and I don't got hate for nobody really. I don't got hate for nobody really, man. Except for like the bad people out there that's doing crazy, ridiculous shit, and I hate that shit. I wish there was a lot less, especially when it comes to like kids and people who can't defend themselves as much and stuff like that, taking advantage and shit like that. Yeah, I don't. That's like where my hatred goes in that area, as far as just like wishing that was nowhere near on this earth anymore. But as far as other people wanting to do their shit, man, I wish respect to everybody. I hope everybody is able to find what progresses them through this life, so they can be successful in any ways they can. You want to go live in a cabin in the woods, you want to live in a high freaking mansion in New York City or something like that, whatever, man. Just do the best to be as good a person you can. And to try to keep order and structure, man, for the people behind you, bro. Leave this planet, better than you found it and shit. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come over here and corrupt this shit. I mean, people got different ideas of what's good and stuff. Like, everybody's different. It's hard. It's hard balancing a whole bunch of different things, man. If you got a family or you're a business owner and shit, you balancing just a couple people, man. Just imagine people trying to balance the whole planet. Whole bunch of different people trying to work together to figure out how to be civilized and together and connected and shit. Bro, listen, I don't envy none of this shit. But fuck that. I'm gonna continue my right to speak freely about certain things, without being negative against people as much as I can. If you find me negative, that's your fucking problem. Like, you know, I'm definitely openly speaking outward and addressing it. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, down anybody or anybody's beliefs or anything they do, but I'm just telling you mine. And if I don't agree with you, then we just don't agree. Shit, that's how it works. But guys, listen, man, we're going to wrap it up, man. It's been another great episode. I really appreciate everybody for watching. We'll be back next week. I'm going to start bringing up some more, you know, conversations and stuff like that. I've really been enjoying having these, you know, just these episodes that I just want to talk about. It allows me to vent. It allows me to get stuff off my chest that I'm, you know, witnessing and seeing and going through even. I'm very proud to be a married man. I'm part of the Husbands Club. So looking forward to, like, you know, doing different things as a husband. Want to go to a couple of retreats and, you know, just have fun and just live life, man. Just enjoy being married and enjoy my wife and, you know, raise our kids and do the best we can as good people, man, as much as we can. But I love you guys so much, man. Once again, you guys can watch all of the Beeline Web Show episodes on the Beeline Entertainment LLC.com. It is up and running. We're still adding more stuff to it, so it may be some areas that are a little bare, but they are up and running. You can watch all the episodes on the channel, which is awesome, man. Check us out, see about us. Got some more entertainment and information on the website as well. So much more to come, guys. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you want to be a guest on the show or anything like that, we are going to be doing Talking with Strangers. We're going to be doing different things, as well as, like, you know, the interviews and stuff like that. Like, one of the things I've been saying is, like, you know, having time is definitely difficult. I got a lot of shit going on, so that's why I do like talking, you know, by myself a lot. But yeah, if you guys want to send in some ideas of things you want me to talk about, or if you guys want to jump in the comments and be talking with me about it, definitely more power. I'm definitely feeling it. Follow us on TikTok, man. We're doing a lot of stuff, especially if you're a wrestling fan, on TikTok. I'm also making goofy videos. I'm going to be doing some top fives on there again. I got a couple ideas and some things that I want to do. But until next time, guys, please make sure you stay true, stay positive, pay attention, and I can't wait to see you guys next week, man. Peace, man. Have a great week, guys. That was the wrong one. We're going to do straight off the dome, too. Got to come back, too, y'all. Peace, guys.